All right, good morning. I am gonna do a little school tour video and just kind of walk you around my school compound. It is a rainy morning, so there's not many students at school, which makes today a great day to do a little walk around video and draw less attention to myself. So I'm gonna flip this around. So this is the road towards my house and technically Woodrolo, which is the name of the school. But then there's also another community down this road that's called Arhenvi, which is a part of this community technically. So there's three villages that make up my community. Arhenvi, the school is here. Then there's Woodrolo, and then there's Stolokope, which is even farther down, probably like a mile and a half down that way. So those three places make up my school, and I'm gonna now take you on a tour of a day in the life of a teacher in Mafi Woodrolo, Volta region, Ghana. So I think that these trees are absolutely beautiful. They were planted in very, very nice rows. Normally all of this is swept and weeded, but yeah, that hasn't got done. We have some sheep enjoying the morning under some cover from the rain. And yeah, so just a rough layout. So the KG block, the kindergarten block is here. The primary school is there. I'm gonna take us to the staff hut first, which is where staff sit when they're not teaching classes. This is the canteen, which is kind of like the cafeteria per se. Yeah, and I'll get into some details here. So it's a very simple structure. It looks like just, some pieces of wood held up by some other pieces of wood leaned against the trees. There will be food sellers and people that sell water here, and students come here from the JHS to buy some food. Yeah, morning. Student coming in on a bike. But yeah, so here's the canteen. My school has a feeding program for the primary and KG students, which means that there's government funded food for the KG and primary kids, which is really nice. So this is the staff hut. It's quite literally a hut, and it's where the staff sit. So it's a good name. Some more baby sheep avoiding the rain. But yeah, so a couple tables, chairs, and some seats. And this is where staff sit and do their stuff. So this is where we hang out and chat and, do staff stuff. More sheep grazing. So let's go to the KG block here. Morning, boss. F1. So F1 is kind of like asking how are you? So people will respond A or Mefo. So if you hear me, I'm just greeting people. So, all right, so here is the KG block. I'll probably talk about this more in my blog, but there is recently an NGO primary or a KG school that opened up. So we don't have many KG students anymore. I think maybe just about 10 to 15. This is a little playground that was built by an NGO, which I'll talk about as we get to the library, but I want to kind of stick on track here and get to what I'm trying to do. So this is the kindergarten classrooms. So this would be like KG1, which would be our preschool, and this is KG2, which would be like our kindergarten. So, obviously quite simple. The kids bring their own chairs, and these are some tables for the kids. So, yeah, and a chalkboard, which is pretty much a piece of plywood, as you can see here. It's just a piece of plywood that's painted black, and that's what we use for a chalkboard. So that is the KG. Onwards. My school has a kindergarten, a primary school, and a JHS, which is a junior high school. So it's like a full basic school pretty much. So, but let's go on to the primary school. We're gonna bump into some students here, and they're probably gonna be interested in what I'm doing with my phone, and then they'll get excited and jump in the video. So, but this is the primary block. There's 6 classes, P1, P2 to 6, and I'll just give you a quick glimpse of what some of the classrooms look like. So, stairs are quite, some blocks, and this is a look at a classroom. It's cool. This classroom I actually posted in my blog that I shared the first time. So the teacher will sit here, and so you can see some of the students' exercise books. These are some of the textbooks. So it looks like we have science and creative arts. So the teacher will sit here. This is a USAID, which is a government, funded development organization for the U.S. So this is their English pupil book that they use. So the U.S. government provides money and support for this stuff. So not the only people doing work here in Ghana. Morning. So that's kind of what all the classrooms are going to look like. Some students. Morning. Hey, come on. Hey. All right. Yeah, come on. So this is, I think, P3. So we skipped a classroom that was closed. But you can see some of the stuff that they're learning. It looks like they're learning something about Portugal. Europeans in Ghana. So this is kind of like a social studies lesson. Teacher sits here, students sit just like that. The roofs are tin, so when it rains, it's very loud. And the lighting in the room, there's no lights, so when it's cloudy, it's quite dark. But onwards, so morning. This is the little office, which some supplies are kept. But yeah, that's kind of it for the block. Morning. These are some oranges. I'm not quite sure. Maybe someone's selling them, but they cut them for people. Morning. Morning. Yeah, me fun. Hey, very good. Yo. So this is kind of the primary block. Video's running long, but that's okay. I think it'll be insightful. This is the view from the primary block. So you can kind of see the trees and students. All right, so let's go to the JHS block. So JHS is forms 1, 2, and 3, which is kind of equivalent to 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. Oh no, is it 6th? It's 9th. So 6th, 7th, no, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. That's right. 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. Anyways. So here is the JHS. Morning, Nami. Yeah. So these are the Form 3 students. I'm taking a video of the school. Yeah, so these are the Form 3s. So this is my guy. Yeah, so there's some math on the board here. 6 more days until the Form 3 students write their exams, so they're finishing. That's some charcoal that the students will use to sell for some money to write their exams. And this is the Form 3 class. You guys say hello? Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, so let's go. So this is the Form 3, which is the oldest students in school. Morning. This is the Form 2 classroom. I was doing some work with them yesterday on translating some of the phrases for my language into Ewe. So, for example, please tell people about the meeting. In Ewe, medikuku, blo, nucho, takpekpea, na amewo? Yeah, so there's just some Ewe here. So, but this is the Form 2 classroom. Pretty simple. Students, desks, and stuff like that. So let's go to the Form 1 classroom. Morning, Nami. Looks like they were having an ICT lesson last, so something about viruses and stuff. So, but yeah, this is the JHS. Some students. Yeah, so same thing, tin roof. So again, when it rains, it's quite loud and difficult. These are water, we call them silvers, but they catch rainwater off the roofs so people can use the water. So, and then this, which I'll talk about in the blog, is a library that a nonprofit built that does work kind of in this district. So this wasn't here when I was first here, but they came and built a really nice library, which, yeah. Hey, Wanfa. Yo. So just greeted some people that saw me from a ways. But yeah, so this is our library, which is really nice, and I really plan to use a lot, which is cool. So, morning. I'm taking a video to share with my people. So this is my headmaster, Honorable Gabriel Sachofia. Would you like to say hello?
Yeah.
Oh, don't be shy. How long have you been the headmaster at Woodrow?
Barely 4 years now.
4 years. So it wasn't long after I first came.
No.
Okay, I didn't know. But so this is the library, and then we have a staff office, which serves as like the headmaster's office for all his admin work. So yeah, I took no part in this, but it's a very nice room that I plan to use to work with students. So let's go out and just kind of see this is kind of like the play area. So the student canteen used to be over here when I was first here. No longer the case. This is that community, Arhanvi, that I was talking about. Waving to a small kid. So yeah, that's a community that goes to the school here. You can see kind of the structure there. It's like kind of like a little soccer pitch that they play on. But I'll walk across the road here and show you the full-size pitch that the school uses. And then I'll explain that the school farm is kind of on the other side. So this is a tap that the school has, can use, but has to pay for water. So the headmaster has the key, and there's a meter. There's a meter here that runs and counts how much water is used by the school. So, and then I think it's monthly or something like that. They have to pay, but that's a whole nother thing. So, when I first started the video, I was down on the other side of school by the trees. Now I'm on the other side, and you can kind of see some of the buildings from this community here. But this is the path to the soccer pitch. It's not weeded because the grass grows very fast here, and they haven't played football for a while. But it's quite a beautiful space. So you can see the goal structure, there, and there. And then the school farm is on the other side of the pitch, but it's not currently being, nothing's being grown or cultivated. But yeah, you can see it's a very cloudy and rainy day. Yeah. So that is, I'll flip this around. That is a tour of my school. Very informal, but we got it done. So I'm hoping to post this video and a couple others in my upcoming blog post about my site visit. Honestly, I've really considered doing like a vlog because it's just way easier to talk through these things than to write about them. And it's just a lot more natural, and it takes a lot less energy. So yeah, that's it. So keep in touch. I'm appreciative of everyone's well wishes and comments and following what's going on. And yeah, I have more stuff coming. So thank you so much. This is my school. This is where I teach and will be teaching for a number of years. And let me know if you have any comments or questions. Thank you. Mia Dogo.